Here's another simple and easy cake design for beginners. This is our 8-inch double layer fresh flour cake, and it's definitely one of our most popular every weekend. Start by baking two 8-inch layers of cake. This is a lemon drizzle cake, and I am adding a simple syrup to keep in the moisture, as it's a naked cake in design and will dry out a little quicker than most. If you use a high quality ingredients recipe, you don't need a simple syrup, but I always do get a little nervous, so I like to use it with all my cakes anyway. To fill the cake, I'm spreading the middle with a vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream and a homemade lemon curd. As my business and cake style is very rustic and simple, I like to spread the buttercream out over the edges, and I like to have the lemon curd also spilling out over the buttercream. I just like that look that's kind of a little unfinished. You can actually smell the fillings because there's no decoration on the outside, so it's really enticing and delicious looking. I'm using a homemade lemon curd in this recipe, and if you'd like to see it, comment down below and I'll make a video about it. And then once I'm happy with the amount in the middle, I start putting blobs of lemon curd to the sides, and I kind of want them to push over so they kind of fall out and drip over the sides of the cake. Then I take my second layer of my cake and I kind of flip it upside down so the flat layer is on the top side, and I squish it down enough so it doesn't go all over the place but is also secure. And then I'm going to decorate the top the exact same as I did with the middle. So a big blob of Swiss meringue buttercream, spread that out unevenly on the edges, and then I'm going to use the lemon curd and do quite similar. I want it to drip over the top layer of the cake, similar to the first. Now we can start the fun bit, which is the decorating with flowers. So when you're using fresh flowers, you definitely have to go to a florist and not your local supermarket to get organic flowers that don't have pesticides or aren't sprayed with anything. And you also want to use flowers that are non-toxic to your customers. So certain flowers like lilies or hydrangeas or baby's breath, they shouldn't be used in cakes because they are quite toxic and they might harm or hurt your customer or your friends. In this cake, I'm using peonies, different types of roses, lisianthus, and some greenery. When you're using fresh flowers in a cake, you're going to need to protect them from the cake and the inside. So a lot of flowers will have sap in the stem, so once you cut it, you want to wrap this up in a wax flower tape or a wax tape. This will just stop anything that's inside the stem not get into the cake and not harm your customers or your clients. I rearrange the flowers until I'm happy, and then I start adding some fresh fruits, some macarons, and any extra pieces of decorations that make it look nice. And there you have a really simple design that's really easy to make but looks so effective. And this cake might serve 10 to 12 people altogether. This cake design also looks really well with extra tall cakes. So you could add 4 layers of the 8-inch cake, you could have 3 layers or just the 1 layer. It all looks really nice, super chic, and a really simple design.